So guys, it's been quite some time since we have covered a topic on our channel that is not fully related to a specific anime, but which is in fact targeted to all anime, and it's a question we've been dwelling on for quite a while now. Within all anime, they carry something unique around with them, and it's basically the most obvious asset to an anime of all, and that is none other than the openings and endings. For example, with Naruto Shippuden, one of my personal favorites must be the opening 9, opening 1, 2, 3. I'd say the original Naruto opening 1 and 2 were amazing, and you pretty much get the gist. I love Naruto's openings, and I love Dragon Ball Kai's opening personally too. And there's obviously countless other anime. For example, Parasite has an amazing opening too, is one of my all-time favorites. List your favorite anime opening in the comment section below. I would really like to know your opinion. But what allows these anime studios to pick and choose the kind of opening and ending they admire for the anime they are producing? Have you guys ever wondered that? What we would really like to know is, how are anime openings and ending themes chosen? Everyone has asked once upon a time in their life, I'm pretty sure, because I've been questioning that myself, and we would really want to know, right? One of the biggest assets to an anime would have to be the opening and ending. Like we always see within the top 10 seasonal anime, the openings briefly showcasing what is to come in this anime. It's kind of increasing brand recognition. We will always think of that anime if the opening is amazing. It's kind of a hook to the target audience at first glance. I wouldn't usually jump into a fresh new series without checking the opening, mainly because the opening tells you a summary of what is yet to come of this anime, and god damn, you don't know how deceiving they could be at times. I remember watching the Boku No Hero opening, and I guess I was wrong because I can't even look at my parents in the eyes anymore. Anyways, both openings and endings play the biggest part towards promoting the anime, because they could literally spend millions on the animation of the opening and end up using a trash song, which would totally make people want to stop watching the show. Unless it's of course Dragon Ball Super, where anyone would watch it, including your 90-year-old grandpa. To be fair, the idea of a failed opening promoting what is supposed to represent would have to be watching the Drifters opening. I'm not a huge fan of English-based openings where they attempt to sing in English. That's probably the reason why I dislike the Drifters opening so much. Everyone has their own taste at the end of the day. Your opinion is subjective to yourself. When it comes to openings and endings, it's up to you whether or not you like it. But the studios are aware that the opening of an anime show is very important in whether or not they can make you watch the anime. If the opening is amazing, they know they can make you stick to the show even more. For example, if you look at the recent anime from 2015, Death Parade, when I went to watch Death Parade, I had no idea what this anime was about, but the opening was so amazing, it increased my standards and thinking, whoa, I should give this anime a chance because the opening is so amazing and addictive. So I gave it a chance, and it ended up being one of the best animes I have ever watched in 2015. Openings and endings are not just a huge deal for the fans, but also a huge deal for the companies behind them that are licensing it, as choosing the theme, including the sort of song, requires diligent work. The choice in music can end up in two ways: whether the brand or the singer will gain such a massive fan base, or they will get attacked. We all should also know by now that these anime put in serious money so that they could come out to the best standard, and that also involves negotiation with record labels for certain songs. Most of the time, these songs used in openings and endings are created fresh so that it could relate to the storyline of the anime. Let's take One Punch Man for example. Listening to the theme song and the guy screaming "One Punch" gets us all hyped, and it's fully revolved around the anime, and it's amazing, and it's a trademark to the show. I guess these anime studios put in so much money that these record labels will never refuse the offer. Imagine our channel had an opening like Balls Deep, and then I reckon we'd be bankrupt if we attempted to create our own opening. Like, you know, we can't afford these type of things, we don't even have a sponsor. In some cases, the anime studios will sometimes have their own record label. You wanna know why? Because it saves so much money. It's exactly like saying it takes money to make money. So this investment of theirs has literally saved them millions. We have Bandai Visual that owns the record label Lantis, whilst Aniplex itself is a division of Sony Music Japan. To be honest, everything in the anime industry is centered upon capitalism and how they can profit rather than losing a massive amount, otherwise we wouldn't even have a season 2 of certain anime. I've read upon some anime having to cut short because they put in more money than they got out of which makes it so risky. If that was me, I'd straight up hang myself. I need to make some money, boys, I'm poor. Anyways, how the song is chosen is all decided through the production committee in charge of all the behind the scene work that we never see. It consists of shareholders that had invested in the anime and a group of reliable members that would eventually pick out a good song choice. I bet the production committee for Drifters were all on that crack cocaine shit because their opening was so trash. Okay, how do they decide the song? The production committee hold the authority of Hokage level, if you know what I'm trying to get at. They are the absolute power. Not even their top animator can have a say in what additions would be added to his animations. This industry seems like it's corrupt, to be fair. Everything about it sounds so sketchy. Once the production committee have decided on 20 potential songs for the opening, they do have to choose one song over 20 to be the opening or ending theme song. It's a basic pick. The director just picks one out at random and uses it. It differs with different studios though, they all have different practices. But that's funny, I'm not gonna lie. No wonder why there were some absolute trash openings and ending theme songs out there, but there are also some amazing ones, and I guess it was luck and destiny. Once the song choice has been given, then the specific theme song will be reworked so it suits the anime. For example, the timing it stops, as the openings are usually 1 minute and 30 seconds long, and from our point of view as YouTubers who haven't really analysed openings, it is usually the song in which distracts us from the animation. For example, Madhouse Animation could create the greatest animation for an opening but use a trashy song, and that's what would change our minds around it and vice versa on whether or not we watch an anime, and that's why it's so important. It's crazy how we perceive these simple stuff, but as I said before, if it were an anime like Dragon Ball Super, regardless of how trash the opening would be, we all know you guys will still watch it, and some anime studios know that. The usual theme of a genre in which chosen for these openings and endings are J-rock bands, mostly because they add so much hype to it all and get us all pumped up for the episode, and for the ending we have sort of a mellow vibe that calms us. So to give you an example of a band, the Oral Cigarettes have produced Norigami's openings and their fanbase has shot up just with them being a part of an anime opening, but we've got to realize that anime is so big and is so worldwide and it's becoming mainstream, and that they can create a luxury lifestyle for the poorest singer out there. So it gives an opportunity to bands and different singers to become popular, and actually is a type of marketing style that they can use which we don't have in the West. So it's quite interesting. Well guys, that is the lengthy process of how the theme song of an opening and ending is chosen. It's quite basic, and you know, a lot of money is invested into it. Some of them have their own record labels, and it's quite interesting to know of how important it is these opening and endings are, and you might appreciate it more the next time you see it. A lot of money is put forward just for these openings, and that could also be a reason why animators don't get as much as they should. I mean, it's quite something that should be looked into. I don't even know, but it does seem it's quite a sketchy industry where, you know, the almighty power, the most CEO guy can decide all the decisions, but I guess it is their money, so they get to decide what they do with it. But tell me what you guys thought of all of this. We hope you lot learned something new from this video, and also tell us down in the comment section below what is your favorite and worst anime opening and ending that you have ever come across while watching your favorite shows. As always, be sure to hit that like button and follow us on social media, and we love you guys, and we see you next time.